be shooting. Alright, what is up guys? Israel here, back at it again with another video. I am very sorry for the inconsistent uploads and my inability to always post. I need to get better at that and allocating time for YouTube and really just considering the type of videos that I want to put out there. But with that being said, there's a lot of updates, there's a lot of interesting stuff that I want to put out here. Specifically with my internship, I want to try to at least record or take photos and let you guys know what it's like to be an intern at Protiviti, but also just intern life in general and stuff like that. On top of that, I want to make my videos better, more aesthetic. I mean, I feel like the audio is like, I just brought in this microphone. I've had this for a while, but I think I need something better, more crispier, that sounds better, and also lighting, because it's kind of difficult. As you can see, it's kind of warm in my room in terms of the lighting, so I don't know. I just want to make the production a little bit better for you guys so that you can enjoy the experience more. But anyway, today's video is about my experience being a junior and how it was. So a lot happened this year. Specifically for me, I felt junior year is more of a reflection period, and I think senior year will be even more of that. And the primary driver for that is because simply like time is moving, and it's kind of moving fast and slow at the same time, because now graduation is literally upon me. I'm in the summer, and in like 2 or 3 months I'm gonna be back there, and it's my last year, and then poof, college is gone. So I've just been coming to terms with that and trying to just really enjoy every single day that I can while being at Binghamton and just being a college student in general before I really go into the working world and be a true adult. Even though that in and of itself is really fun, but all of this stuff is kind of scary. And this is the type of stuff that I was sort of thinking about, because I am someone who thinks a lot about things, but now that it's more upon me, the inevitability that college is fleeting, it's been more pressing for a junior year, and especially at the start. But as I continue to understand that and just understand life in general, because everything's moving, the later half of my junior year started to get a lot better. But with that being said, academically, I took the hardest coursework that I could this year. I took J-Core, which is like known as the hardest subset of classes that you have to take at SOM. And on top of that, I took my MIS classes that are my major, and which I really enjoyed, because I really wanted to know more about it, coding and AI, even though there wasn't much AI for the classes that I took, but it was more featured on algorithms and utilizing this other platform called KNIME, which lets you have different functions to create certain algorithms and learn how they work. And that was really interesting. That was probably one of my most interesting classes, even though it's pretty tough. How it was structured was like everyone's like fighting for an A. I think only 4 or 5 people could get an A in the class, because all the tests were comparative. So it was pretty tough, but I kind of liked that. Nevertheless, I had a good time with that. And then in terms of clubs, I just decided to stick fully with TOP and become president, and I did my best with that. And I on top of everything that was going on, I enjoyed it. I think it was very fulfilling, and I encourage anybody who's watching this video to go to clubs. As I've been saying in all my videos, that it's like the go-to strat if you want to enhance your abilities and your skill set and also meet other people. And being president taught me so many things about myself and about how organizations are run, specifically in SOM, but like it just gives me a new perspective, and I really appreciate it. And whether, you know, I did good or bad was up to the interpretation of others, but for me personally, I know I put my best foot forward and tried my best and learned new things, and I like to take the experiences that I've done and try to become better. So I know I don't think I was like the most amazing president of all time, but I did know that I tried to do my best, and I'm proud of that. And after my role, I've asked for feedback, and I think it's important for any role that you're in, whether it be being a TA or like I said, just being on eBoard in general, just getting feedback, because I do want to better myself, and I know down the line I will be probably doing some more leadership roles, and it'd be better to improve my skills here, get the feedback while it's kind of like low stakes, because then later on in the future I may be having to deal with more people and a certain amount of funds that are allocated, and getting better at that. So I would just say, for all the clubs that you guys are doing and hopefully doing, and roles that you're doing, to always get feedback, because that's number one way to become better. So in terms of academically and club wise, I was fulfilled. My health, I feel like, got significantly better since now I'm off campus. I'm able to actually cook my meals, and like I said in my previous video, like, no real shade to Binghamton, because I know that I just came here really for the education, not the luxurious food, but the food in the dining halls are not 5-star course meals, right? So it was difficult for me in particular to not eat terribly. So this year I was able to cook, and I became pretty good at it, and I take all my food to work, and I was able to lose. And I could go more in depth in this, but I do want to make a separate video on my health journey again, but I've lost like 30 pounds, so that's great. That makes me feel really good that I can make a comeback. And again, like, I'm showing this again not to boost myself up, but to let you guys know that you can also come back, and it's like nothing's ever set in stone as long as you keep putting in the hard work and determination into it. And just living on my own in general, even though I have like 2 roommates, but just, you know, learning the time management skills of when to cook, how to prepare stuff before leaving, and making sure to make places on time, even though for me, I'm always an early bird anyway, so it's not like a big deal. You know, I don't mind being super early to things, but all that stuff, just like kind of building yourself up slowly to adulthood. And that's just like another factor where it's just like seeing the inevitability of like becoming an adult, leaving college and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it's really fun, and I am really excited for senior year. But ultimately, I just want to say, like, the best piece of advice, that was like a quick rundown, even though it's kind of long, of my junior year, but the advice I would say is just like really take it in, because you will, like, time flies. And I keep on saying this, and I feel like I'm a broken record in this regard, but I also reach out to other people, get their opinions on it, my friends, and everyone's just in that same mindset of like, especially some seniors that have left, where it's just like they wish they just took things slowly and really took advantage of all the time here. So if you're a freshman, if you're a sophomore watching this, it doesn't have to be just Binghamton in general, any college, like, always put your best foot forward and take advantage of all the opportunities that you can, and just try to preserve all the memories that you can. And that's like the biggest thing that's been on my mind, and the biggest advice that I can give. I can give more internship, how to do this, how to apply, but at the end of the day, what's most important is how fulfilled you are and the direction that you really want to go. And another thing too is just taking more videos, taking more photos. This year should have taken way more photos. It wasn't until the later end where I started like amassing a bunch of storage, and now I'm figuring out how to deal with that stuff, and that's another video, you know. So just like trying to preserve and enjoy what you have going on is the biggest thing junior year, and I think senior year will just be even more so on that. But that's kind of my reflection so far of junior year. It's just been for me a way to take a step back and take a look at the direction that I'm going, take a look at what's going on around me, and accepting it and moving forward and pursuing other stuff. And hopefully this helped you guys. If you have any more questions about junior year stuff, classes, let me know in the comments. But this is kind of just like me yapping about my experience and some advice to give to you guys. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.